Welcome back to Dom's Roundtable. Today I'm going to share with you a bunch of lesser known tips and tricks for each of the A classes in Nightreign. There's a bunch of secret mechanics that you may not know, and to help you get even better at Nightreign, I've got 2 tips for each class, so let's jump straight into it and start with the Guardian. Tip number 1 for the Guardian, you can hold down the button to use your Whirlwind character skill. If you just press it, you will unleash a smaller, shorter whirlwind, but with a slightly quicker animation. This will do around 8 ticks of damage to the enemies around you, and obviously it will suck them all into the center. However, if you hold the button down when you use it, the range is dramatically extended, and now it does around 13 or 14 ticks, and the animation is only slightly longer, so I would advise holding it down every time you want to use it for the bigger, better whirlwind. And tip number 2, you can actually do a similar thing with Wings of Salvation as well, your ultimate art. So just by pressing the button, obviously, you will launch yourself into the air, you will land on the ground and do a big AoE explosion with lots of damage. However, if you keep the button held down until you land and then continue to do so, you will brace and adopt this stance. And you and your allies are now protected from attacks, and you have generated a big shield that will even deflect projectiles. And this will stay whilst the last remaining charge of your ultimate art gauge drains down. So depending on the situation, make sure you use this to protect your allies from harm if a nearby enemy or boss is winding up for a particularly devastating attack.